I am live. I'm going straight to work. Are you going anywhere?
Is that right?
I'm good.
You don't need anything?
No. All right, I am live. I've been watching a shat ton of COPPA child. Oh my God, the Children's Online Privacy Act that came out in 1998. I've been reading a lot on that from fellow YouTubers, from other YouTubers I've never heard of that have researched it. I have watched ones that are lawyers, ones that were lawyers, and also I've read the FTC. I've read the COPPA. So I know there's a lot of things going on out there. You probably noticed this morning I have put all my videos on Unlisted as of the moment. I might put them on private, I'm not sure, but right now they're all unlisted except for the one that I uploaded today, because I'm going to manually go through each and every video before posting them. There is, I know there's a lot of fear out there that people's channels are going to be deleted and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, yes, it is in part because of what happened between YouTube, Google, and the FTC and COPPA. So let me see. I think I wrote. I am in a car, sorry, I apologize for all the lumps and bumps along the way. Our roads they're so beautiful. God, I love them all. Let me see, I'm going to go into the comments right now. Might not see them all. Hey, Rainbow Witch, and hi, Walking Path. Don't worry, guys, I am not leaving YouTube. I am here for the long haul. I don't even care if I'm monetized or not. I am not in this to be monetized. I love the community that I'm in. So I'm here for the long haul, guys. So YouTube made a settlement with them in September of this year, and the settlement, it didn't go through court, they just settled. Okay. And in that, there's a stipulation. It's basically a stipulated order signed by a federal judge. And more than likely, this will not be overturned. It will not be changed because it was signed by, it's few and far between that when something is stipulated by a federal judge that it gets overturned just as fast as it got put in, okay? But they have some stipulated things that need to go along with it. But it's still in the works. It's still kind of confusing. I'm later when I get home from work, so please come back later. I am going to insert some videos that I'd love for you guys to watch. I'm going to also insert the link. It is for FTC Comments. So what they're doing is grab viewers of what they think about the law that was passed in 1998 and the one that was changed in 2013. And the benefits and not benefits, or if there's any questions that need to be answered, stuff like that. You go in, you put your comment in, and they have given us until, I think it's December 6th or December 9th to do that. I've done mine. I did a comment in there yesterday. So Daryl, so Derral, Eves, Eves, and J House Law. So J and then House and Law. I've watched their videos. I think I posted on one of the group chats, I believe. Nate Brody, which is Brody. He was lawyer turned YouTuber. I've watched other ones as well, and if you look at the ones that Daryl, Eves, and Jeremy Johnston did together, there is a bunch of links in there, guys. Go check them out. They're awesome. So they're not saying that you cannot post anything. When you go through the steps, I know it's a lot of steps. I know it's very vague. I know that. I'm just trying to turn my papers over, so I'm sorry if you're hearing paper rustling. That's just moi doing that. So what it is you go through these, you go through these 8 or 9 steps. So they're called consider these factors, okay? Factors are just kind of ideas of what the link is currently down. The comment link is currently down, Shauna. I'll have to check into that. I did make a comment. There was a lot of people doing comments yesterday. I know that. So maybe that's a good thing because they did extend it, and he said that before they extended, they were at 1,000 comments, and now they have like more than doubled. So that's a good thing for us. So they have been in the works of talking about that third option of that the general audience option. They have been in the works about talking about that and just implementing in the securities of being over 18 and da 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 da. Okay, so that's they're talking about it. We don't know what's going to go on. Like it's a law, right? It doesn't just go overnight. I tried to comment this morning and it wouldn't load. Okay, so I know I was on it early yesterday, and then I went on again sometime last night. So consider these factors. So when you're going through your video, so just because you're wearing a Superman shirt, okay, it doesn't mean that it's child content, okay? It's all the other factors. So if you put it in a table, the best way to describe this is putting it in a table. So you put all your 7 to 8 or 9 items on a table, and then you would put on the other side child content or not child content, okay? And then you would check off as you're going. If you have the majority on child content, then yes, you would mark it child content. And stuff like that. So subject matter of the video, educational content for preschoolers. Like this morning, I uploaded mine. I put on adult, okay, because it's journal prompts. It's adult content. Whether children are your intended or actual audience for the video, I put no, they're not my intended audience. Number 3, this is ones I have. Whether the video includes child actors or models. There's no child actors or models in my videos. So number 4, whether the video includes characters, celebrities, or toys that appeal to children, including animated characters or cartoon figures. So I don't have cartoon figures in my videos. I don't have animated characters. I do not have any toys that I'm showing. Like I'm not a toy review thing. I don't have any of that in my video. So I said no. Language of the video intended for children to understand. I didn't speak down. I just spoke like I normally do. So I put no. It includes activities that appeal to children, such as play activities, simple songs or games, or early education. And this is where you come into the effect of it's easier to decipher between children, little children, and 12 and 13-year-olds. So my journal prompts could be construed as kids because 12 and 13-year-olds like to do journals. But my geared is no. So I could put either yes or no on that one. Okay, so that's like my only yes, okay? If I was going to put yes, but I didn't. I put no. The video includes songs, stories, and poems for children. No, they don't. And any other info you may have to help determine our video's audience, like empirical evidence of the video's audience. So let's say you are talking about journal prompts that are geared to children, even though they're for adults, then, that you can misconstrue that video. So I put adult. Okay, that's what I put because the majority all showed adult. If you watch the Brody guy, he is amazing. He actually goes through some detailed evidence off his channel to show you guys what to do. So even though I kind of agree with COPA, it's kind of going to be a whole. It's not protecting our children in the essence because now. What's going to happen is channels are going to up their game. They're going to put nastier stuff out there, just to become adult. And we can't control what our kids, no matter what. An adult it's the adults, okay? We're taking away their ability to take care of their own children. So COPA is coming in saying, we're taking care of your kids now. We're doing this. We're going to make creators accountable for their actions. But yet, it's the adults who are putting in their information on YouTube and saying, here you go, kid, here's my phone. It's up to the adult. Like, I know when my kids were little, no, they didn't have Facebook. No, they didn't have this. They weren't allowed. There's an age requirement on that. There's children that have YouTube channels when they really shouldn't even have a YouTube channel in the first place. They have subscribers, but yet you're supposed to be 13. There's children that are obviously 8 years old having their own channels. How is that possible? I think these rules are kind of good in a way and bad in a way. So I've read a lot. I've researched. I'm not done researching. That's why I wanted to put this video up this morning. But I'm still in the works of researching all this information. But I know there's a lot of people that are confused out there, and I want to just kind of like let them know what I was thinking. So, so like gaming channels, there possibility to be child content, movie reviewers, unboxing child's toys, family channels. Err on the side of like if you're not sure, err on the side of content. Look at factors and label appropriately. So just go through the list. I know it's Monday, but it's like a job, right? So January 2020. Well, if you go all child, then you're gonna lose like the ability to playlist. The channel will be demonetized. 85% of revenue will be lost. And then if you choose, and what else? Certified. Can't put it into a playlist. What else? You can't watch later. And if you click no, it isn't child directed. FTC goes in and they see they can sue you. So if you go in, like, don't take this as a joke, guys. Like, don't go in and put everything to adult. Okay, don't do that. Because you literally have to look at every single video, okay? Because if you go in willy-nilly and just say, okay, everything is adult content, and FTC goes in and sweeps and finds 5 videos, they're going to find you, not because you didn't know how to label them, but because you literally went in and just put everything as adult and didn't even pay attention. Like you're not doing your due diligence is what I'm trying to say. Hang on, we can see the comments. Yes, it's on the parents, children. Crazy idea, huh? Walking, yes, from what I've heard, right, you can be fine and appeal to kids, but it's adult. Yes, you can. But if they see that you are doing it properly, like they're gonna know there's gonna be some kicks and twerks and stuff. And yes, we're like fish in a barrel, and the FTC is on the top, and they're shooting in. I understand that concept completely. It is the law. It has never changed. It's been like this for years. I kind of knew this was coming after the copyright infractions that were going around. I kind of knew that was going to happen, and I knew this was going to happen. It was only a matter of time because they've done it on other platforms. So I knew that YouTube was going to be next. And yes, YouTube was at fault by collecting information from children. They settled, they knew they were in the wrong, and now they're trying to fix it. I understand. They've been pretty good with allowing us to put up really almost anything we want, really. There is other platforms that people can go to, but I'm a stickler. I'm going to research more. My background is legal assistant, so it's sometimes like other people can back me on this. If you have the knowledge of the legal world, it's a little bit easier to decipher what they're saying. So I have put everything unlisted or private, even if you go in and do all that and just manually do them one by one. We'll be fine. We're all smart people in here. If you're not sure, seek legal advice. There is a lot of legal information on YouTube from actual lawyers. I'm going to be researching them today, and I will get back to you guys tomorrow morning. This is everything I have for now. I've got to go to work. But, just know that we're all with you. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to message me on Facebook, on Insta, or if you need me to look for something, let me know. I will go hunt it. I have not a problem with that. Please watch, I think it's Pat's channel, Pat's Daily Tarot. Please go watch his channel. He's got a couple videos on this and what his proposed thing is to do. Please go watch it. I'll be watching other ones tonight when I get home. I was up till about 4 in the morning watching this and writing this all down. And that's when I decided to put everything onto Unlisted and go through each and individual one. Because I am doing Vlogmas this year, what I've got it from someone else, I can't remember who, called Vloguel. So I'll be posting every day for the next 25 days from December. So I want to make sure I got this right before I start doing that. Because I do have one that's the Santa Claus parade, just a heads up to you guys. But obviously that one will be marked child content. Because it's got Santa in it, it's got characters in it, it's got Christmas in it, it's imbues children. So I would not put that as adult because it's an adult station. I would put that as child content, just things like that. So as I'm going along, maybe each video, I'm going to, for the first probably 10 or 15 videos for you guys, I'm actually going to put in the FTC requirements factors on each and every one of those videos on the bottom and create a checklist to show you guys how I've determined my channel, like how I've determined this video. And that's kind of like for me as paperwork backup on my end, because I have a journal that I'm keeping now for that. So that way, if anything does happen, if they go in and look at it, they can say, oh, okay, this is kind of how she figured it out, right? And I'll have notes on it, which kind of helps me because I have to cover my ass too. You know, this is the government, you know? But that's kind of how I'm doing it. I deleted all my videos except one this morning. I didn't want to delete my videos because you don't have to delete them. If they're on private, unlisted, nobody can see them but you. Especially if they're on unlisted, nobody can see them. So if they're not up, they know that, okay, they're fixing this, right? And if I deleted them all, I would lose all my watch hours, you know, and I didn't want to do that. But people have deleted most of their videos, and that's okay. That's up to them. But I didn't want to do that because I have a lot of videos there that have a lot of information, and I don't want to do that. So that's why I'm just going to take it step by step. Let me see. I'm not taking any risk, no matter how small the risk. That, yeah, completely up to you. They are high magical stage. Let me see. Okay, I've watched about 50 videos. Yeah, no, I've watched quite a few, and I've read. I don't know if I've actually read the whole Coppola from front to back. I've read it all. I've read all the FTC guidance. I've read the Google, YouTube, the settlement. I've read all that, the court documents there, because it's all online. You can find it all online. It's all open to public. Oh, why is that on there? I don't even know how I got that comment on there, guys. Well, Magical Sage, your comment's on there because I can't figure out how to take it off. Okay, there we go. So yes, I've read that all. And then everybody has their freedom of choice, and freedom to do what they want. But I do feel my content, hate to tell you this, but it doesn't matter if you're unlisted or private, if they're looking at every single video anyone's ever posted, basically. I understand that, Aiden, but if you have it unlisted or private at the moment, is what I've gathered, is it means to them that you are looking into it. You are figuring it out, which means you haven't posted it out there. So basically, I've put everything unlisted and private to give me the chance to go in there and look at it. That's why I've done it that way, because if it's not out for them to see, they can go in and still look at your stuff. But if it's unlisted or private, it kind of gives them the idea that you are looking into it and you're figuring it out what's going on. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know, that's kind of how I see it. I completely understand that, yes, every video is, of course, every video you put up on YouTube is up for review. I understand that. Mine, nobody can see it right now. So if nobody can see it, it means that I'm fixing this issue. I'm fixing this. You know, I'm going through each and every video and I'm marking them. And it doesn't happen until YouTube goes in December 6th, I believe, and does their sweep. Okay, but YouTube really doesn't know what they're doing. They can say that something is child and it's not. So do not go by what YouTube says. They're not lawyers. FTC goes in starting January 1st. So at least if I put mine on unlisted from now until December 6th or January 1st, it gives me time to go through, delete the ones that I want to delete, and keep the ones I want to keep. You know, and it's not out there in the World Wide Web while I'm trying to figure this out. You know, and while I'm figuring this out, I can still upload other videos and mark them as such. So again, you know, I know it's a lot of people. I know it's confusing for a lot of people. I completely understand that. Yeah, mine is all adult. I'm not trying to make money on my video. Yeah, me neither. Going forward, I honestly don't think it matters. They're clearly trying to make it so people don't make money anymore. Yeah, you know, and that's okay. Like, you know, YouTube had its fame and game. We all knew this was coming. Like, I knew this was coming years ago. Like, I have my friend here. She probably figured it out too, that this was coming. She lives in the States as well. And, you know, I knew this was coming because there is a lot of channels out there that make a heck of a lot of money. And some of their content, even though it's family based, I wouldn't want my kids watching it, you know? And that's the thing. I think that's what they're trying to protect our children from. You know, and sometimes it kind of goes the opposite direction. I'm putting everything in external hard drive until it blows over. Yeah, and that's kind of like what I'm doing right now, is because I have this whole month to do it. I put everything on unlisted and private, and I can go one by one because I work full time. I can go one by one and go through and say, okay, no, I really don't need this one on there. Oh, wait, I want to keep this one. You know, it's good, you know, and categorize it. Or this one, I'm like, oh, I really am not sure how to categorize it. Then I'd external hard drive it. Completely understand that. And that's kind of like my idea on it. But I didn't want to delete everything because some of the information I actually do want. You know, so I didn't want to like hurriedly, oh my God, I'm going to delete everything, right? I wanted to be that person that kind of like said, okay, you know what? I'm just going to unlist and privatize. Give me the month to do this, you know, and then I can delete, you know, I can save, or I can upload again, you know, that kind of thing. I'm trying to read comments. I clearly state my channel is an adult. So did I. My son told me about this morning, months ago. I'm backing up on my Vimo. Good idea, Aiden. I have all my videos saved anyways on my thumbnails on my computer. My only story is finding out if being 18 plus definitely protects us from the FTC. No. I can't remember who I was watching yesterday. Marking it over 18 kind of doesn't, because of the fact that the implementations aren't there yet. It's kind of just a button, but there's something missing there. I feel like when I'm watching the videos, there's something missing about that portion of it. So that's why I want to read more into it today before I even put on my channel to restrictions. There's not a third option there. There's child content, not child content, but there's no general audience. But when you look into the COPA, and FTC does state it as well, is there is an extra section. If I can't, hold on guys, I think I actually wrote it down. Hold on, 2 ways to set. Okay, so there's 2 ways to set your audience, at the channel level and at the video level. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I did write down that little portion. But I think I left that paper at home because I'm in the car right now. Okay, best guess on child director, not. Should be, okay. There's a fine gray line, no clear line for if we're breaking the law or not. And with the law, you have to have a clear line stating that you're breaking the law. And this gives you very vague information on that. So I will write down that piece. I do have it at home on another piece of paper. Fall back on YouTube, not us, if we have no other control at that point. But the thing is, they have put in, if you're 13, you have to be 13 to have a YouTube channel. That's the thing. It's there. But
doesn't stop people.
Doesn't stop people from doing it.
My 9-year-old has one.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. That's how YouTube got in trouble, because they knew there was kids on there and they're taking privatized information. All they want to do, there's a portion on there. The third option should have the general audience, and then you're able to, with that general audience portion, you should be able to have a section where it says general audience, and that in there would state that you do not have the privatized ads. Okay, and there's other circumstances on that. So that should be the third option, but it's not. It doesn't give us that option, guys. It really doesn't. And I think that's something that they may be looking into, because it has been brought up quite often. So yeah, I'm talking about whether or not it's verified adult content. Kids can lie, make up. Yeah, they can. My friend just said it in the car that her kid is 9 and she has a YouTube channel. You know, there's nothing we can do about that, right? I'm going to let you go, guys, go. I might come back later. I have got to go to work. I've been on for 25 minutes. Wow, in the car too. But I will come back on later after I've delved more into this. You guys have an amazing day. Blessed be. Stay positive. Stay awesome. Bye-bye, guys.